Welcome to another round of Arknights Weekly. Let's see what we have in store for this week. I'm going to start off with the banner news first. You already know there's a Shu and a Tuola banner, but the one thing I want to highlight is that there is quite a good number of people saying that there is no Nian on the banner. If you scroll down and see the 6-star details, Nian's name is right there. The difference between her and the other siblings is that when you get an off-banner 6-star, there's a higher chance that one of the 6 stars off-banner will be the 3 Sui siblings you see there. Nian is still a possibility, but she shares the same rates as every other 6-star, so basically a very low chance. Not impossible, just can happen. So that's for you to note. Tons is currently purchasable in the store with 180 golden certificates, so if you want to do so, pretty good purchase if you didn't get him in like a beginner banner or any other banners. And there's also QOP in the store as well. Pretty okay. If you have her with a module, it's going to be a very strong 6-star for you to use also. Now, with whatever number of pulls that you have done on the limited banner, you will get headhunting data contract. So these headhunting tokens, you can use them to either buy one of the 6 stars that you don't own. You could use on the 5-star, but most people don't do that. And you can also use it to buy Nian. Now, the thing for you to note is that when a unit turns 4 years old in the game, a limited unit, they will have their spark count, so this 300 that you see here, drop down to 200. So the next time that Nian appears, which is 1 year from now, it's going to go from 300 tokens to 200 tokens. Important for those of you to note, like if you don't want to, you want to focus on buying the other 3 siblings and you're thinking, oh, but I miss out on the Nian. Don't worry, it's cheaper next year to get the Nian. So good things will come. Then, if you don't choose to spend any of the headhunting data contract, don't worry about it because it will become headhunting parametric models. So you can use it to spend on buying some of the higher tier materials that you're lazy to farm or craft. Then, as well, we have the furniture store. There are 2 furniture sets for you to buy. Da Huang Tianshi Institute and Shenlong Temple Fair. This is a reminder because some of you might only see one and then miss out on the other. It will rerun again next year if you don't have enough furniture parts to buy at the moment. The outfit store has tons of skins. In fact, there are more than 100 skins appearing in the store right now. You have never-ending scrolling to do. Most of these skins are not limited time to the point that you have to wait a full year. In fact, they're gonna come back again in 3 months' time. I really don't like this system of AK. I wish they start selling the skins permanently, but I think they would want to give kind of like the fear of missing out feeling. So I still hope that they change something about it, because scrolling past 100 skins, not the best UI, I suppose. Of course, it's hard to say how to improve it, because if you were to make it smaller, they kind of look less cool as well. So I'll leave it to Hypergryph to rack things up and figure out how they'll best do this. There's a lot of packs that you can buy during this event. Take note of this one. You can only buy one of the 3. The best one is of course going to be the last one. The Gamma ticket is pretty damn good with the Prisyomka, Dorothy and Execute Alter. The rest, I wouldn't say you have to buy them unless you really feel like you want them and you have none of them. Okay, try to only buy this ticket if you have none of them on the ticket. So if you already have a Surter, don't buy the Surter ticket. If you already have a Backpipe, don't buy the Backpipe ticket. Now, I've never bought this ticket because count me lucky, I guess, but I have all the 6 stars. If I understand the details of this correctly, the 6-star is guaranteed. So one of the 10 pools is going to be the 6 stars that's featured. For example, Pyozunka, Executor, and Dorothy. If on the chance of the one, so in the 9 pools that you're left with, if it so happens that you strike the 2% chance of a 6-star, the only 6 stars that can appear is actually the 3 that you see, because there's no other 6 stars that's labeled within this one. So if you actually want to try your luck in a sense and hope that you receive another 6-star, this could be another good deal. Of course, it's relying on your luck in a sense. So if you have none of them, basically, if you can score 2 out of 3, then it will be pretty nice. So that's just something for you to know. There is one new pack that's being sold right now, which is the Reclamation Algorithm pack. We'll talk about Reclamation Algorithm in a bit, but this one comes with the E2 senior ticket. So you can E2 a level 5 straight away from their E0 level 1 state. I wouldn't recommend to buy it because it's quite expensive unless you really want to rush build someone and you don't mind making that payment. Now, speaking of Reclamation Algorithm, right now as I'm filming this, you can see it over there on the screen. This game mode is one of my favorite game modes. Not a cup of tea for everybody. There are some people who will say, I like IS, I don't really like RA. Then there will be those who say they prefer RA over IS, over SSS. There's always going to be a bit of competition of what's the best permanent game mode that's in the game right now. But For me, I'm super excited to play this. I'll be playing it a lot on my live streams very soon, so I hope to see you guys there. I won't mention too much about how to play this, but if you want to see like a how to play guide, let me know. Maybe I'll consider making one for you guys over in this side channel. So if you get out of it, then you'll see that the screen is a bit different. Previously, it's only IS, and now you suddenly see two permanent game modes sitting side by side. The idea of Reclamation Algorithm is that it might not only have one season, there may be also future iterations of RA, just like you see for IS. So maybe you'll get a RA3 and RA4 that will happen in the future. Now IS, if you still want to access it, don't worry, it's all here. There's a new little UI, which is very nice. You get to see the levels, your progress for every single one of them. Then, also for you to note, SSS has new stages at the moment. If you haven't played them, go and experience them. And it's going to be running out in just a week's time. So this is just to warn you so that if you care about your module materials, you can go ahead to grab them. Now, that's all the things to know in-game. Let me show you some stuff that's out of the game. Question of the week, by the way. What's my favorite personal character from Arknights or even other games other than Arknights? Well, I answered the first part in a previous Arknights Weekly. That one, I even said it for every single class of the game. So I leave it to you to find which episode that is. If it's from other games, I like Ibuki from Danganronpa. Not really a gacha game, but one of my favorite characters in the game. And if not, from another gacha game, Reverse 1999, I think most of my stream viewers already know this. I like Lilia from Reverse 1999. So that's that for you to note. Next up, we have events, as in live events that you can attend. And for the first time ever, we have Hypergryph visiting a European country. So it's gonna be an event that's held at Cologne, Germany, and there's also another one at PAX West in Seattle, USA. So Popocom is one of their action puzzle shooter game that you can play with your friends very soon. This is probably the first time that you get a proper playtest and demo in person. So I'm quite excited to see some of the tweets that will appear when this goes live. But basically the dates of the event you can see right there, 21 August to 25th August for Gamescom, and then 30 August to 2nd September for PAX West. Not just Popocom, you'll also see Enfield as well. So both of them are basically going to be visiting these two countries. So for any of you attending, I hope you have a good time. The thing that I'm surprised though is I don't see any news about it in Arknights yet. Like, there is no mention of Arknights attending either of the events just yet. So I don't really know if this is a case of only Hypergryph visiting, and then for some reason, because Arknights is owned by Yostar official and not owned by, like, okay, you get what I mean. Global is not owned by Hypergryph per se, it's run by Yostar. So maybe that's why Arknights is not attending either of the events. Missed opportunity though, if they are really not attending. Because for those of you in the European countries, I'm sure you'll be excited to see maybe the first ever Arknights event happening within your space. So oh wells, we'll see whether they still update it in time to come. Other than that though, there's two competitions that you guys can join during this time. So there's the Shoe Gourmet Gourmet Care Plan. And this one needs you to not need to create your own recipe that's Arknights themed. That was something they did last time. This one just needs you to send a picture of either one of your meals, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and put some Arknights elements into the picture that you take. So it could be to put maybe a figurine, a standee, or just your own drawing within it. And this is so that Shu knows that you're eating well. So for the best photos that appear, you will be able to walk away with a Chongyue plushie, 10 of you, and then otherwise you'll be winning yourself a $20 Google Play or Apple gift card. Very simple competition. If you guys would like to participate, please go ahead and do so. And then there's also another one, which is the video creation event. So this started on the 31st of July, and it actually ends not on the 30th of August, but instead it's gonna end on the 21st August, because that's the submission period. So basically just make a video, as long as it's something related to the new event, and you put the event text that you need to, submit that video, and then you might be one of the few people to walk away with some big prizes. So 10 people will be getting a 10-time heat hunting permit, $50 Google Play or Apple gift card, and a shoe gift box, which I think it's quite nice that you can win the merchandise together with all these things. Then there's also 20 people who will win the next tier of prizes, and then 30 people as well. So 60 total winners. Pretty easy, I would say, for you to win something. Not necessarily the top or the second prize. I need to shut my Chongyue up, by the way. But anyways, yeah. But you basically can win something. It depends on how many people are really participating in this one. Something I want to point out though is that from the gallery, these are like the ones that's already submitted, and you can clearly see there's a lot of guides. I mean, they'll probably win something, but I hope that people can be a bit more creative about it, you know, do maybe some lore reading, do some memify stuff. Pools are okay, can be quite fun. So go ahead and figure out what's a cool video that you want to show to everyone during this event. And hopefully you get your prize from this one. Okay, last thing for you to know is the shoes experimental plot. This was a tweet that popped up just now. This is a website event. So if you were to start it, it's basically a mini game where it's like a farming simulator. And if you do well enough within it, you can actually just buy, well, not here, but is it in the achievement? Yeah, there you go. It's in the achievements. So if you fulfill all of the missions required, you can get the following items: 20,000 LMD, 10 strategic battle record, and just 1 module data block. It's not a lot of rewards, but if you care about still even having the little tidbits, then I would suggest for you to play it. It's a cutesy little game. How long does it take to finish this? 2 days apparently, from what I've heard from many people. So go ahead and experience it if you'd like. And otherwise, that's all I have for today's Arknights Weekly. I apologize for posting it a little bit later than usual, but don't worry, I'll go back to the normal schedule of posting it at the start of every week. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.